Hey Facebook, what is going on? So, today I want to talk about a topic. The reason behind it, it was actually from yesterday. And yeah, so yesterday I was talking to some guys and we were actually talking about um, the idea of what is the value of a person, right? So I kind of like mapped it out a little bit. It's going to be on the psychology side. But I try to give it at the simplest term that I possibly can to help everyone. Hey Linda, how you doing? To help everyone who is single, what to look for, engaged, married, all of those things. But mostly, how do we judge, or how do we say this person is valuable versus that person? How did this woman become valuable against that, and guys against that? So I'm going to talk about both sides of the fences. And in the context, we're going to learn a little bit about uh, the psychology, counseling, therapy side of relationships. So let's get into it and let's have fun. How is everyone? Linda, Faith and Family, Tracy, how are you guys? Good, good, good. Okay, so how we're going to do it is we're going to come in the context of a lioness and a lion. Now, why the lion and lioness? It's simple because the lioness has the primal in the brain, the very prime brain that we have, which is the fight, the flight, or mate brain. So if you take it and simplify, sorry, everything to that level of fighting, running, or mating, then we can use the lion and the lioness as the example. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna break the two sides down, three sides actually. So when it comes to the woman, how does she value herself? Well, it's simple. She values herself in this context of over here. Physically, sex. Now, when I say sex, I'm talking about sexual relations. Keep in mind, ladies, when you look sexy, it's not for the family and sex only. I'll define that in a second. Financials and goals. Now, we look at the looks, the age, what category, am I older, younger, kids, do I have kids, job, am I a career, and then others. So when we look at that area right there, we can say in comparison to other women, we can value ourselves. I'm valuable. But what does that really mean? Well, the same thing with value him. So she says, I'm valuable. Then she's going to look at him in the same area, physical, sexual, financial goals, and so on. And then she will say he is valuable. Now, on the other side, same thing. But let's go on this side. So that's one part of the equation. Here's the other part. I talked to you guys about the traits, character, and personality, so I'm going to try to explain it here. When it comes to traits, everyone, I'm going to say you're honest, energy. You got good time management. You're a caring person. But I'm also going to say you're a chicken. You're afraid. You're an introvert or introvert. You don't go out. You don't listen, and you argue all the dang time. Those are called traits. Character is now I'm dating you. We're looking at each other, and I want to know all your traits. How are you acting at your job? You're a leader. Why? Because you're honest, energy, time management, and so on. Now, in relations, I want to say as a character, how do you act at home? Do you argue with your parents? Do you don't listen, so on? How do you act towards me? How do you act towards your friends? That's character. Okay. Personality is simply personal or self conclusion. It's the conclusion of your traits and your character. What's the conclusion? Personality says you're good or bad for me. Oh, sorry about that spin. This part right here is what we really the traits, character, personality is really what we argue with ourselves. If a person is honest and they're caring, do we bypass the fact that they like to argue all the time or they're afraid all the time? Do we give that bypass? If they're good at work, this is my coworker. I know how they act at work, but then how do they act at home? How do they act with their friends? So we take this and we classify or conclude it and say, girl, you good for me. On this side, you say, physically, you're very attractive. Sexually, I would like to make love to you. Financially, I got you. Goals, I got some visions over there. Look good. Your age is okay and appropriate. Kids and not kids, job, and so on, right? So this is what we're looking at. This is also what the lion and lioness is looking at. This is what we say is valuable and valuable. Me, I say I'm valuable because I got a good personality. I'm good because I got all of this. The hard part is looking at this other person, the opposite. Okay, here is the lumping of it. Lion and lioness goes through that valuable listing. Future. Do we have a future together? Okay. When I say future, that means longevity. In context, your traits, your character has to be in line with mine if we want to have a long-term future. Okay. This physical part about it, sex part, that's excusable because as we get older, we understand how this works. Goals, don't stop your goals. All of these other things changes. Can I have a future with you to be this? Okay, family. Contrary to belief, at the root of all relationships is the idea with family. And when I say family, let's go back here. Baby. Family is me and you first. Can I have a family, me and you? But then what happens if we have a baby? Do I want my baby to look like you? And which is over there. Do I want my baby to act like you, which is over there? And if I say, yeah, I don't mind having a kid with you because for you and you. So if we have kids together, okay, if my baby acts like you and looks like you, that's a bonus, right? So that part is family. Now here is the key. Here's the key. And this is where you get two people who really have a good match. You guys are really a good match. But here's the problem with now the next part is what we call roles. And this is what guys look for. Let me go back. Guys, I don't care if they say it or don't say it. They're looking for a woman who says she's valuable to him. I'm valuable to her. Can you nurture? Can you be a nurturer? Not just to the baby, but to me also. That's your role, ladies. Guys, same thing. Third part, protection. Protection is not, let me go reverse. When it comes to this lion, think about it, guys and girls. When protection, I'm not just there to fight another guy off of my woman, but I'm also protecting her for the goals, financial, sexual, physical, the future of the family, the relationship. Does that make sense? So we're looking for the nurturer in the woman. Ladies, we know that you're looking for the protector. Those are our roles. We're going to have a baby. Do I want my baby to look and act like you? I'm valuable. You're valuable. Why? Because physical, sexual, that, personality, character, and traits, that. And in conclusion, not good, good. Are you a good husband and father? Will you be a good wife or mother? That is valuable. That is the question that makes you and I valuable. It is not the fact of our physical, sexual, financials. It is not the fact that we got good traits and character and personality. It's all good and nice and dandy. But at the root of all relationships, if you act and look at long-term relationships, 25, 30-year relationships, the root of all of that is, are you a good husband? Will you be a good father? Are you a good wife? And would you be a good mother? That is the future, the family, and the roles. If you can pull all that together, you will have a good relationship. Okay? Let me park you here. In conclusion, the conclusion is we're all looking for what we're looking for in our relationships. If you could just take what I just gave you, examine it for the other person and yourself. The worst thing you can do, ladies, is to think you're more valuable than you really are. The value is not of self. The value is when you have another person looks at you and asks or comes to the conclusion of, are you a good wife or mother? I can't tell you how many times on the female side, they, like in daycare, for example, they look and they act and they are good at home with their kids. They're good and acting good to their job because they like kids in general. But when they come and talk to me and treat to me and the man aspect, they're not, because of traumas and other issues, but they're not good to the man. So a man will come to a conclusion and say, she will be an excellent mother, but she will be a terrible wife. And if that ever happens, and so on and so forth. This is why in Proverbs 31, for all you Christians, Proverbs 31 defines what the virtuous woman is. If you look in Proverbs 31, she has the personality. She has all of this. She is her value of who she is because she makes an excellent wife and she makes an excellent mother. That is the conclusion of what makes her valuable. And the guys, for yourself to be valuable, are you in conclusion, right, in the two areas, are you in conclusion a good husband? And would you have a conclusion of you'll be a good father? Sometimes that's as simple as it is, as complicated as it is when it comes to relationships, right? So take that, review it, research it out. If you're talking to someone as a single man, I promise you, work this out and you will answer, you probably already came to a conclusion, but this verifies the idea of the longevity of a relationship. Now, keep in mind, everyone, that if you're not looking for a long-term relationship and you really don't care if they're a good husband or wife or mother and father, it doesn't matter. You just want to have sex. You just want to have the traits and you just want to go out and have fun with them. Please do me a favor. Communicate that. Tell them, look, you're not a good father. You're not a good husband, but I do like you. Let's have sex. It's just that simple. And the same thing with the woman's side. Hey, I'm trying to get my goals. I'm trying to do what I'm trying. I don't want no damn kids. I don't want to have sex with the kids, but you're a good person. You're good. Communicate that. And there won't be no misunderstanding later on, ladies and guys. One person thinking I'm just having fun, while the other person thinking I'm establishing a relationship. Communication all the way through this whole process is the excellent thing to do. Okay? Be mindful of that. Now, here's another thing. If you're in or getting into a relationship and you find that their traits, character, how they treat their job, home, mother, family, and friends and all that, and you don't like that, may I suggest something? Cut it. I don't care if they do have a physical body and face, and they look sexy as hell, and they got good finances and goals. If personality and all of that, cut it. Don't mess up. All right. On the other side, if you are married and you've been married for a long time and you're bored, let me say your trait side of you, you can adjust. If you don't like to go out, have fun. If you don't have energy, take a 5-hour, go have energy. If your time management sucks, get it together. Calendars, push it, carrying. If you're not carrying, so you can change and adjust your traits, which ultimately will change and adjust your character, which ultimately will change the idea of what brings value to who you are, to your mate. The worst thing in all cases, and I'm saying all out of 18 years of counseling, a person cheats on another person because the person they're with is not of value. It is just that simple. My suggestion is stay on top of it. Stay on top of yourself. Physically, sexually, financial goals, kids and all of that, age and all that. Some things you can help and some things you can't. Traits, characters, personalities, you can adjust, but stay on top of it. Make yourself valuable. Make yourself to a point where if they act up and they say divorce, you were like, good, go by, because you ain't going to find nobody like me. How many times you heard that and they found somebody better than you? Because you're not valuable to you, you're valuable to someone else. Make yourself valuable to that other person. By you caring, ladies nurturing, and guys protecting, by you guys taking care of each other, you guys make yourselves valuable to each other. That will bring and build a strong relationship all of the time. Okay? Anyway, I got things to do. I just wanted to shout this out real quick. I hope you enjoyed it. Questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. And I do understand this is like the bare root of everything. This has nothing to do with the traumas and bad experiences and old guy, young girl, vice versa, and so on and so forth. So if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. And I'll be more than happy to help you out with that. But the idea is lion, guys, if you're trying to be a lion, act like a lion, personality, physical sex and all that. Ladies, but mostly guys, let me go back, protect. If you don't protect the relationship, you're not valuable. Ladies, be mindful. You can be all of that, but if you're not a nurturing woman to the relationship, you're not valuable. You're going to be used, value to that part, but not valuable to the other part. This is Dr. Bagley. I will talk to everyone later. Let me know how I'm doing. If there's any other topics that you may or may not want me to talk about, I'm always open for that. Until next time, have a great Saturday. The sun is out. I'm in the office for a little while, but after that, I'm going outside. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.